So, Avatar Fire and Ash is the third installment in James Cameron's Avatar franchise, and having just seen it in cinemas, I will be sharing my thoughts and review of this film. Hello guys, my name is Joe from Frame by Frame News, where we discuss everything film and TV. Now, I am mixed on the Avatar franchise. The first movie is okay, the only good thing is the CGI, but it doesn't really make sense to me why it's the highest grossing film at the box office. Like, the story is just quite basic. Like, the characters are interesting for sure, but yeah, it's just quite basic. And so, I was interested to see the second one, and it was better with the story and characters, which got me interested to see the future of the franchise, but it was still only good, and had room for improvement. And now, having seen the third one, I can say that it is pretty much the same as the last two. Now look, I have both positives and negatives about this film. So starting out with the positives, of course the CGI and visual effects are incredible as always, but that is what we were expecting from seeing it in the previous two. And what I like about these movies is the dynamics between the characters, and that was no different here, as we saw how each member is grieving from the last movie whilst also moving on. I really like the different character arcs of Neytiri, and she accepted Spider, and all the stuff with the guns and machinery and her just accepting the fact of, difference. I also like Kiri and Loak and the journey they go through as they discover different things. I really liked what they did with Spider as well, but I won't spoil that at all. Quaritch was also a standout character for me, as we see him team up with Jake and his dynamic with Varang. Varang was very interesting as a character to me. She was a great villain, and she was quite good, with a dynamic and relationship with Quaritch, because we sort of saw two villainous people bounce off of each other. I did also like Jake Sully in this. He didn't really have a character arc, but I'm going to be honest, I just quite like the character. And that pretty much wraps up the positives. Sorry if I said any of their names wrong, but, I don't really know how to pronounce stuff. And, as you can see, it's mostly the characters which I'm positive on, but everything else is eh. Okay, so some of the negatives I have with this film. First off, I do like Jack Champion as Spider, but sometimes his acting did take me out of the film. I'm not going to say he's a bad actor, he's not, but I don't know, it's just compared to the others. And I don't know whether that's just me, but who knows. I also felt like this movie was half an hour too long. I personally think it should be long, as there is a lot of story, but I just felt like it dragged quite a lot, especially near the end, especially that last hour. I feel like we should have seen more of the Fire Clan as well, especially since the title is Fire and Ash and we didn't get to see that much Fire and Ash, but what we did see of them was good. Overall, I would say my main negative is that the story felt quite repetitive compared to The Way of Water. I just felt like we were seeing more of the same stuff instead of exploring more of this world, and instead setting up what could come in future sequels, especially with humans and breathing and, all that sort of stuff. So, overall, I did enjoy this movie. It's still good, but I just think it could have been better. If the first one is a 5 out of 10 for me and the second is a 7 out of 10 for me, then this would quite happily sit at a 6 out of 10 for me, which is a solid movie. I would recommend it for fans of the first two, but if you think the first two are okay, then don't expect much more from this one. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. This has been Frame by Frame News. Take care.